Und da wären wir wieder zurück bei einer weiteren Runde von Fire Emblem Three Houses. Wir sind hier immer noch bei der Wahl unseres Lebens. Es ist so ähnlich wie wenn man in Alabastia steht und sich einen Starter-Pokémon aussuchen muss. Genauso wichtig ist diese Entscheidung hier. Und ich glaube, ich werde mich fürs Kaiserreich Adressia entscheiden, weil ich es kann. Ich habe keinen sonderlichen Grund, außer dass mir Edelgard von den drei am sympathischsten ist. Das ist eigentlich der einzige Grund.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Eine kultivierte junge Frau. Aber ich habe das Gefühl, dass sie stets über mich urteilt. Er macht einen seriösen Eindruck. Aber hinter der Fassade spüre ich eine tiefe Dunkelheit. Okay. Sein freundliches Lächeln macht ihn sympathisch. Aber seine Augen lächeln nicht mit.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again.
Na, dann leg dich noch ein bisschen hin. Ich schaff das hier auch alleine.
My baby's sleeping.
Ich weck dich dann, wenn es was Wichtiges gibt, okay? Geil. Hätte ich das gewusst, hätte ich noch ein bisschen gewartet und hier gespeichert. Und wir haben einen weiteren Ladescreen. Der sich aber nicht so viel Zeit lässt. Weiße
Part
Wolken.
1.
Oh.
White clouds.
Oh.
Great tree moon. 3 houses.
Das liest mir jemand vor. Wie schön.
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
Das ist ein cooles Bild.
The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Mach Monastery.
Did the flow of time bring you here?
Und ein weiterer Ladebildschirm.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Nee. Wie sie.
You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
The Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Oh. Und zwischen euch lief mal was? Also meine...
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros.
Mhm.
The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Verstehe.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Setik. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right, hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
Ich bin Sefi. Freut mich.
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy.
Ja, sie haben darum gebeten.
Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros.
Du könntest Nein sagen und einfach
I'm
gehen.
sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Die werden aber nicht billig sein, das verspreche ich dir. Ich werde hier arbeiten müssen? Als Söldner?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it.
Als ob Leute von mir was lernen könnten.
You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right?
Ja?
Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor.
Und die stellen einfach jeden dahergelaufenen ein. Okay.
And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
Und ich habe da nichts dran zu sagen.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
Touché.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for.
Ich dachte, die redet mit mir.
You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea.
Alles klar, Papi.
I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Touché.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated. And I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
Ich weiß nicht, ob mir das gefällt.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
Sorry, aber ich stehe nicht auf Melonen. Sie sind Sängerin?
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company.
So sieht sie auch ein bisschen aus.
Perhaps you've heard of me? The Mittelfranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Nicht wirklich.
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin.
Aha.
The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
Oh, scheiße, ich glaube, ich war ein bisschen unhöflich zu der.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Okay, zudem war ich vielleicht auch ein bisschen unhöflich.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
Zudem könnte ich auch unhöflich gewesen sein.
To think that the next emperor, king, and sovereign duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Geralt's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garreg Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Ich traue den Typen nicht. Geh ich nach links, geh ich nach rechts. Ich glaube, die kleine Beilift da unten kann sie nicht entscheiden, was sie machen möchte. Weil ich finde es echt süß, dass sie diese Sprites noch drin haben. Jetzt ist mir langsam gut, Mädel. Die ist ja genauso durchgeknallt wie ich.
Of course.
Erkunden. Beim Erkunden des Klosters rechter Stick Kamera bewegen. Plusknopf oder Minusknopf heraus und heranzoomen. B-Knopf, Y-Knopf, Spurten. Oh schön, wir können in den Gängen rennen. Wenn du dir nicht sicher bist, was du als nächstes tun sollst, wirf einen Blick auf die linke Seite des Bildschirms, wo die aktuellen Ziele angezeigt werden. Das ist ja hübsch. Hi.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers Academy, correct? To
Offensichtlich.
start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me. May I ask a favor of you?
Begrüße die Studenten, sprich mit allen Haussprechern und informiere dich über die Studenten jedes Hauses. Du findest 3 Haussprecher im großen Saal im Erdgeschoss und in der Nähe der Militärakademie. Du solltest die Gelegenheit nutzen, um dich mit den Studenten zu unterhalten. Da du noch keine Magister bist, kannst du so erfahren, was für ein Temperament sie haben. Das könnte deine einzige Gelegenheit sein. Ja, dann mal los. Quests. Quests sind Aufgaben, die du von Personen im Kloster hältst. Personen, die Quests vergeben oder mit ihnen in Verbindung stehen, sind durch ihre Symbole gekennzeichnet. Im Questmenü siehst du deine angenommenen Quests. Die Symbole neben jeder Quest geben ihren Status an. Wichtige Quests haben rote Signale. Symbole! Gott! Okay, dann rennen wir mal durch die Flure hier. Wow. Oh, hier, das hier ist gar kein Flur. Ich sollte vielleicht auf die Minimap gucken. Hi!
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
Aha.
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits.
Wow.
Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
Aha.
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Okay. Minikarte. Die Minikarte rechts oben auf dem Bildschirm zeigt den aktuellen Standort, den Standort wichtiger Personen, die Richtung, in der sich mit Quests in Verbindung stehende Personen befinden und mehr. Mit der ZR-Taste kannst du die Zoom-Stufe ändern. Da sind aber viele Leute drin. Hi. Der große Saal. Und nochmal aus einer anderen Perspektive. Und du bist so unwichtig, dass ich nicht mit dir reden kann. Kann ich mit euch reden? Ich möchte gerne mit euch reden. Hallo. Hallo, hallo, hallo. Guten Tag. Edelgard, die wollen nicht mit mir reden.
Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresbalk.
Glückwunsch, dass du den Namen richtig vorlesen kannst.
I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Erzähl mir mal ein bisschen was von denen. Erzähl mir was über dich.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant even. But there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Also wenn sie unsere Persönlichkeiten ähneln, ist das nicht sehr gut, denn unsere Persönlichkeit ist sehr leer.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable. For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Ayer, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is perhaps too pleased with its own status.
Verstehe.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping.
Nun ja, sagen wir es mal so, Darin aus Radiant Dawn hat auch gern geschlafen und trotzdem die Gegner vermöbelt.
If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire. He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Never noch?
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Sorgt am besten auch dafür, dass sie ihre Brüste wiederfindet.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Aber sie hat einen schönen Hut.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Okay, ich sehe schon, ihr seid hier mehr so die Gryffindors. Hi. Guten Tag. Darf ich durch? Na, offensichtlich nicht.
Huh? Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of every... and by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
Sehr gut, weitermachen. Uah, also die Kamera muss mich noch gewöhnen. Ja. Ach, da ist er. Hi.
Well, well. Scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Dann erzähl mir mal ein bisschen was über dich.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Das wird sehr nichts sagen.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Sollte mal über seinen Besuch zum Friseur reden, damit man ihn mal zum ordentlichen schleifen kann.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident.
Oh.
Seems like he's had a rough life.
Das tut mir leid.
Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and... actually, that's about it.
Ist doch ein gesunder Lifestyle.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents. Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
Is she?
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Okay.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Und der letzte.
Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
So.
Well... Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is... Marianne von Edmund.
Ja, ich hab sie reden hören.
Are you joining the Knights of Seiros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
Eigentlich habe ich nicht nach euch gesucht, aber gut.
Hi. What do you think?
Ich habe eigentlich nach Dimitri gesucht. Der fehlt uns noch auf unserer Liste. Dimitri! Da.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here.
Also ganz im Ernst, mit dem Nachnamen wird der bei Scribble aber ordentlich punkten.
Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Dann zeig mir die Leute mal. Erzähl mir was über dich.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
Solange du jetzt nicht unbedingt jemanden umgebracht hast.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man. Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime. He's the adoptive son of Lord Lonato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Was hat Ehrlichkeit mit Aufmerksamkeit in der Schule zu tun? Keine Ahnung.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help. I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom.
Und ich sehe, ihre Eltern sind scheinbar Autofans.
She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her. Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Okay.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Und wenn ich mich recht entsinne, hatte sie genau am gleichen Tag Geburtstag wie ich. Im Übrigen.
I appreciate your effort.
Oh, sind wir damit durch? Quest geschafft. Oh, danke schön. Ich glaube, ich sollte zu Ria zurückkehren. Erkunden wir erstmal noch ein bisschen. Dann können wir nämlich hier gleich wieder Pause machen. Wir sind nämlich schon bei 30 Minuten. Also sehen wir uns dann beim nächsten Mal wieder. Ich hoffe, ihr seid auch wieder mit dabei. Also bis zum nächsten Mal. Und bis dahin sage ich wie immer, tschö mit Ö. Mit Ö.